Top 10 list of countries that suck fucking balls. Number 1, Russia. So here we have another development going on in Russia. And here's the headline, quote, "Our mere existence is illegal. As Moscow toughens anti-gay law, LGBTQ Russians fear for the future." Isn't that crazy? Let them live there, Russia claims harsh anti-LGBTQ law is defense against U.S. influence. Now, a lot of people love this conspiracy theory, and again, on this show, the theme of this show is that Americans cannot read or write above a 4th grade level. So a lot of Americans, dumb as fuck, they think that Ukraine is actually a Nazi state. They think that all Ukrainians are Nazis and that Russia is cleansing the world of the Nazi menace, right? They're dumb, right? People that believe in these conspiracy theories, dumb motherfuckers, right? So meanwhile, Russia is doing all it can to prove that they are, in fact, a Nazi state. Once again, what did the Nazis do? You know, everyone loves to say, oh, the Nazis burned books, book burning, book burning, book burning. We love, oh, book burning. Oh my God, can you believe it? The Nazis, they burned. Now, what books were they burning? No one ever knows that part of the story. They know, oh, the Nazis burned books. They were woke. What? No. What books were they burning? They were burning books on LGBTQ medical science. They destroyed social clubs for gay people, for transgender people. They destroyed medical clinics for transgender people. That was some of their first actions when they became those that were in power, the Nazis, right? So again, what is Vladimir Putin doing? He's waging an illegal, I know, the word doesn't mean anything, offensive invasion of another country, right? Now, again, a lot of people say, oh, Ukraine should just give up. Ukraine should just give up. Now, Ukraine's laws, when it comes to LGBTQ people, they're not great. They're not great. Not many countries are. Why? Because the average human being is a dumb motherfucker. Let's be honest. Let's tell it how it is. Religious people, fucking stupid. Conservatives, fucking stupid. But the government of Ukraine will not execute you for being gay. That is a fact. Okay? So a lot of people saying Ukraine should just give up. They should just give up and bow down to Russia. Everyone will be better. Really? Ask the people in Crimea about that. But again, Russia, as it is compromised, the government of Russia is the largest sponsor of right-wing, National Socialist, Nazi ideology in the world. Let's be honest. They want everything in the world, but only for their people. And our people that they use, that list gets smaller and smaller. First, it was anyone who's ever been under the Russian Empire. Then it was ethnic Russians. What does that mean? Who knows? Then now it's ethnic Russians that are a certain kind of sexual orientation. Isn't that interesting? The list of our people is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Anyway, let's check this out. Young mothers Yana and Yaroslava don't want to leave Russia with their 6-year-old son, but they fear a harsh new anti-gay law passed by the Russian lawmakers will leave them little choice. Quote, "We are citizens, same as everyone else. We pay taxes, support charities, but the government is doing everything to force us to leave the country." Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting that Nazis would want a more pure population pool? Less diversity? Isn't that interesting? Well, no. Ukraine is full of Nazis. Yeah. Ukraine is full of Nazis. Russia, they're keeping the peace, bro. They're defensively waging an offensive war. Right? That's one of these other conspiracy theories that dumb fuck motherfucks love to say, is that Russia is doing an invasion of Ukraine defensively. Isn't that great? Man, these motherfuckers will believe anything. They'll believe anything. Oh, NATO expansion made us go kill hundreds of thousands of people. NATO expansion did this. We have to kill hundreds of thousands of innocent people because NATO didn't do anything. Now again, can we criticize U.S. fucking imperialism? Can we criticize U.S. foreign policy? Like the idea that like you have to love NATO or whatever to oppose Russia's, again, offensive genocidal invasion of another country is some stupid ass fucking low IQ, low resolution thinking. I'm just saying. But again, when we factor in that most people participating in online discourse cannot read or write at a 4th grade level, it all makes perfect sense. People can't think of anything other than the good guy, bad guy rhetoric. But Russia is a garbage country. Now, is it the worst country in the world? Probably not. You know, Iran comes to mind. Saudi Arabia comes to mind. The U.S., for the love of God, comes to mind, right? But Russia is a horrible country. The government doesn't give a fuck about its people at all. Ethnic Russians, you believe that shit? You believe that the government of Russia, Vladimir Putin, gives a fuck about ethnic Russians, whatever the fuck that means, by the way? So much so that they signed them all up for a draft so that they could go get murdered in the meat machine? Russia's upper house of parliament gave its final approval in late November to a new legislative package that toughens an existing law on so-called LGBTQ propaganda. And it was signed into law Monday by President Vladimir Putin. The added restrictions on propaganda, seen as promoting, quote, non-traditional sexual relations and or preferences, carry heavy penalties. A move activists say will put LGBTQ communities under heightened scrutiny and surveillance. Now, what does that mean? Promoting non-traditional sexual relations and or preferences? Now, what is traditional? Traditional, of course, is never designed or never defined. But I've got a question. Does this include anal and oral sex? You know, that falls under the category of sodomy. Not many people understand that. Sodomy is anything that is not sex for the sake of procreation, right? As defined in the Bible, right? Clarence Thomas, a Supreme Court justice in the United States, wants to bring back laws that abolish sodomy. So I have a question. 2 heterosexual partners, one of them wants to suck the other one's dick. Is that non-traditional sexual relations? It sounds like it to me. It sounds like it. That's not traditional. Whoa. You're sucking dick. You can't do that. That's not traditional. But of course, you know, logic does not apply to these right-wing fascist governments. Logic is not relevant. They're only going to use this, of course, to attack LGBTQ people because they don't like them. As the Kremlin prepares to finalize the expansion of the 2013 discriminatory anti-gay law, members of the LGBTQ community in Russia told CNN they feared the uncertain future ahead. Quote, "We are the most vulnerable category within LGBT. We have a child, and Russian authorities, can put pressure on us," Yaroslava said. Yana and Yaroslava, both self-employed marketing workers, are raising their child in Russia's second largest city of St. Petersburg. Both lesbians, they have asked not to disclose their last names for security reasons. Quote, "Our mere existence is illegal for our state and even for our child." According to the law, we are people of non-traditional sexual orientation and children should not see us or that we exist at all. Our son sees us. By that logic, our very existence is, quote, propaganda of non-traditional sexual relations within our family. That means we are illegal. The pair say they have created a bubble of protection around their family in order to avoid scrutiny from authorities. The measures include using private accounts on social media, having access to a network of trusted people, sending their son to a private kindergarten where the fact that a kid has 2 moms or is less likely to spark a homophobic reaction, and using a private hospital where they run less risk of a doctor calling child protection authorities to make inquiries about their family setup, they said. So anyway, you can read more about this. It goes on, but, you know, just to all the dumb fucks out there, with all the criticisms of the United States, with all the criticisms of Ukraine in mind, no other country is as close to Nazi Germany as Vladimir Putin's Russia. And that's just a fact. If that upsets you, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you upset. If that, oh, I disagree with those facts, well, you're free to think that the sky is made up of roses and rainbows. You're free to think that dirt has extremely high nutritional value. Feel free. But the closest parallel that we have in modern society to the Nazi Party of Germany in the 1930s and 40s is Vladimir Putin's Russia. Now again, United States, I don't like the United States. I fucking hate America. Duh. Right? But again, these people think that you can't hate both countries or whatever. Again, this binary, low IQ thinking of good guys and bad guys. Who are the bad guys? Who are the good guys? Oh, someone on the internet told me that they're the bad guys? Okay, they're the bad guys now. Oh, Russia's killing them? Well, it's okay because they're the bad guys now. Like, again, a lot of people have been propagandized on the issue of Russia and Ukraine to the point where their brains are broken and they live in an alternate world. They live in a fucking fantasy land. A fucking total fucking fantasy land. If you think that there are two sides to the Ukraine-Russia war, you are a fucking moron. You are so fucking stupid that, honestly, I want you as a viewer. Why? Because I want you to give me money. If I tell you what you think, will you clap like a seal and give me your pocket change? Because I'll take it. I'll manipulate some stupid motherfuckers. Yeah, Ukraine are the real Nazis. That's why Russia is trying to murder all domestic people that are gay. Because Ukraine are the Nazis. Yeah. Now clap like a seal, you fucking dumbass, and give me your money. Anyway, it's unfortunate that I have such high respect for my viewers that I can't manipulate them into giving me money, unlike some of these other YouTubers out there. But anyway, there you go.